What if I told you there's an indicator that only signals when Voodoo Juice is giving the same signal across multiple time frames simultaneously? Today we're breaking down TradeBeacon's Turbo Mode, the ultimate momentum confluence system. Turbo Mode is the sniper rifle of trading indicators. It takes TradeBeacon's powerful Voodoo Juice momentum system and only signals when Voodoo Juice agrees with itself across 3 different time frames. When all time frames align, you either get a rocket emoji for bullish setups or a bear emoji for bearish setups. But these signals are extremely rare because you need Voodoo Juice confluence across time frames. You might go hours or days without seeing one, and that's exactly the point. Turbo analyzes Voodoo Juice signals across 3 time frames. Short term, 5 to 10 minutes, immediate momentum with Voodoo's triple filter system. Medium, 1 hour, broader intraday context. The consensus rule, all time frames must show the same Voodoo signal. Only when Voodoo Juice's sophisticated TSI, RSI, and institutional sentiment analysis agrees across all time frames does Turbo give you the rocket or bear emoji. This creates a confluence of confluences. Here's where Turbo Mode gets really powerful. It's part of TradeBeacon's integrated indicator system, the TradeBeacon stack. Voodoo Juice, the foundation momentum system with TSI, RSI, and institutional sentiment filtering. TrendBot, multi-time frame trend analysis with entry signals and ATR extensions. Turbo Mode, the confluence layer that waits for Voodoo agreement across time frames. How do they work together? Think of it like a trading hierarchy. TrendBot shows you the overall trend structure and gives you entry signals when EMAs align. Voodoo Juice filters those signals through advanced momentum analysis, but Turbo Mode is the final filter. It only signals when Voodoo Juice momentum is aligned across multiple timeframes simultaneously. Many traders use TrendBot for overall market bias and entry timing, Voodoo Juice for momentum confirmation, and Turbo Mode for the highest conviction setups. When all 3 systems agree, you have maximum confluence. Turbo's visual system is brilliantly simple. The rocket emoji shows complete bullish alignment across all time frames. The bear emoji, complete bearish alignment across all time frames, and nothing. Systems not in agreement, stay out. So what I've done here is I've added all 3 indicators to our chart. We have TrendBot, Voodoo Juice, and Turbo Mode. So if we go in, we could turn off TrendBot, turn off Turbo Mode, and you can see what Turbo Mode essentially does is it's going to highlight on chart when, like on this candle, this is the 5-minute chart. If you went back to this moment and turned on TrendBot, you can see that once this turns red, both the 5-minute, the 10-minute, and the 1 hour are all red. So when we turn on Turbo Mode, we can see that this is activated. So what Turbo Mode is doing, the whole reason that we called it Turbo Mode, is without looking at the dashboard, without even having TrendBot or Voodoo Juice turned on, you can see that this is the moment when everything is aligning, where everything, the 5-minute, the 10-minute, and the 1 hour are all screaming the same direction. So when you're going long or going short, obviously, it's the moment where you go, like you can be watching this live and you see this turn to blue. And if you're long already, it's the moment you go, oh yeah, I'm holding on to this one. We just flipped bullish on the 5, the 10, and the 1 hour. That's why we call it Turbo Mode. It's like a video game reference. It's just Turbo Mode. So the visual system, besides seeing blue candles in this blue line, is when you are in a bullish Turbo Mode, you'll see a rocket emoji. And if you are in a bearish Turbo Mode, you'll see a bear emoji. When you're back testing this, it's good to use replay mode, like I've shown you in the other videos. And you could play this and see exactly how this would have played out if you were watching this live. So if we just advance the candles, we can see that this is turning yellow, which is bearish. We got the bear there, and it just continues on. So adding in the other indicators, Voodoo Juice and TrendBot, I personally on Voodoo Juice would turn off the labels. On TrendBot, I turn off the re-entry circles as well, because it's just a lot going on. Even the long and short, once you've used this enough, you don't really need them. But man, this was a really nice short. Turbo Mode is just, it's amazing when everything lines up. because you can just, as soon as you see that blue candle, you know, oh man, well, this is the moment I got along. Or see the yellow one, it's the opposite. So I've already pretty much shown you everything that there is inside of turbo mode as far as settings. You can turn off the time frames. So if you turn off the 1 hour, you would only see when the 5 minute and the 10 minute are aligned, which gives you a lot more entries. If you turned off the 5 minute and the 10 minute, this is only going to show you when the 1 hour is green. I wouldn't really modify any of this stuff. As far as alerts go, you can definitely create alerts for turbo mode. Whoops, we got to get out of replay. Leave. It's the plus sign. You do turbo mode. We have bullish and bearish turbo. So the only difference with turbo mode as opposed to the other ones, other indicators that we have, we do once per bar close, and it's going to alert you for every candle that it's turbo. So this might get a little annoying after a while. So you could do only once and then reset it every time you wanted to. But that's just how it's set up currently, where it'll alert you for every blue candle. Yeah, that's how the alerts go. As far as the trading strategy, me personally, I will only trade when I have green voodoo and I'm on an uptrend. And turbo mode is just kind of like the icing on the cake. So for me, this is like an amazing entry. So we curl up, voodoo juice turns green, we bounce, we rip, and turbo mode does turn blue at the end. Let's see if you did sometimes it's good to like do the bar replay to see how this would work. See, so it's a little bit weird when you're going on bar replay or you're looking back in time. It will not show sometimes the full candles that were blue or yellow, because on a back test, it all has to do with TradingView. On TradingView's back test, or at least looking back in time, it's not going to show you, it doesn't know at the exact moment when the hourly candle turned green. So it's only going to show you once the hourly has closed, which is kind of misrepresented when you're looking. Because if you do this live, if you do this in replay mode, you can see that turbo mode started way at the bottom. But if we cancel replay mode, you can see that it only shows it at the top. So really, in real life, if you watch this live, turbo mode started down here. So this was an awesome entry. We turned green, we go into uptrend, turbo mode started right here, and this was just an amazing thing. Mistakes that you could make using turbo mode, it's the same as what you'd be doing on Voodoo Juice or TrendBot. You want everything to align. You don't want to be shorting when turbo mode is blue. When everything is lined up saying bullish, 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 it's not the time to short. Wait for us to roll over. Same thing with going long when everything is screaming short. Like this day right here was from the open, just red voodoo, downtrend, yellow turbo mode. We're just bearish, bearish, bearish. There was no opportunities to long here. Just wait. If you are a long type of person, just wait for green uptrends, green voodoo juice, turbo mode to turn on. If you only traded in these moments and didn't trade long on these moments, you would save yourself a ton of money. Turbo mode represents quality over quantity, patience over action. By requiring voodoo juice consensus across timeframes, it creates signals that are rare but incredibly reliable. If you're tired of false signals and want to trade only when conditions are truly favorable, check out turbo mode at TradeBeacon.io. If you have any questions, you can send us an email to support@TradeBeacon.io. You can head into our Discord, ask us questions. But thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you learned something.